All right, shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out. To prophesy down for all of Babylon the Great, which is America, first off and foremost. All praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Makar Kadash. Double honors to thee, all the apostles of great millstone. Salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Brother Shapaya from GM of Chicago coming at you again with another lesson. And just to hop into it, this is like surrounding tithes, alms, or charity, if you will. All those, typed into one. And I say that to say this because, when you come to the truth, you're going to go through a lot of shit. You're going to need help in certain areas, and you're going to be in situations where you need to give help unto others, whoever that may be. Primarily the brethren, but just like Tobit, Tobit looked out for his people. Not to say necessarily they was on the same level as Tobit, as they believed in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, or that nature, but it was the act of giving, the act of caring. Now, like the scriptures say, know whom thou doest good unto, right? But at the same time, we entertain angels unaware. So a lot of things be test, or the Lord put you in different situations to see where your spirit is at. All right. And there's plenty of scriptures, you brothers could get it on charity and alms, but always be in that state of mind. Right. It may not be monetary. It may be time. You're being charitable to. Hey, brother needs. Hey, brother, I need help moving. I bet. There you go. My time and my physical attributes. Hey, brother, shit, man, I ain't got no money in my pocket to eat real quick. Or the bam, I just need to be held down to like next. Hey, come over. You can crash at my house and cook you something to eat. Yada yada yada. Right? It's little things like that. You have different examples of that in the scriptures. Right? Matter of fact, it talked about the apostles. And the people selling everything to have all things common. So it was delivered up or divided up evenly amongst them. All right. And yes, you had your apostles, you had your brothers, you had them that was worthy of double honors. Like the scriptures say, muzzle not the ox. All right. Because we are doing the work of the Lord. All right. So always remember that. Like, we are doing the work of the Lord. Now, hey, you may have a brother under you, but still, hey, you know what, brother? I ain't gonna muzzle the ox. And we are all oxes, in so many words. We doing the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, So I'll leave that there, and I'm gonna just hop straight into the scriptures. This is 1 Peter 5:5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves to the elders. Yeah, all of you be subject one to another and being clothed with humility. All right. And that's part of being humble. All right. Being a giver. All right. Matter of fact, it says, he who is greatest amongst you all is servant to all. All right. For Yahweh resisteth the proud and giveth grace unto the humble. All right. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time. And so, going to what I was talking about earlier, you're going to come to this truth. You're going to have your high days. You'll have your low days. You're going to have your time periods where you feel like you're just on the tear. Like you just, damn, I'm in the spirit. Then you're going to have your times where you're like, damn, man, the spirit ain't on me like it used to be or how it was a couple of months ago or yada, yada, yada. All right? Sometimes the spirit comes in different frequencies. The whole point is being consistent in the spirit, because we have lives that we need to balance out. All right. Let me go back into it. That he may exalt you in due time, casting all care upon him, and that's the point. Casting all cares upon him. Now, me, I was the type of guy that always let me plan ahead. So you realize, you in the truth, you can't really plan ahead. You can be wise about certain situations and try to set yourself up, because you gotta, what the scriptures say, seeing afar off or prudence. All right, so just being wise about certain things, especially like when it comes to money, right? But when you realize that you just have to care or worry about the things of today, like the scriptures say, because you can't worry about a far off like that. What I'm gonna do the next day, how I'm gonna provide for this, yada yada yada. You got to get through this day, all right? So that's why it says, cast all your cares upon Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and that's what you must do. Literally, it took me, and not to say I never did it, but financially, I always try to handle shit myself. But sometimes, hey, you got to cast that care upon the Lord, and He will bless you in ways you never thought before. All right, because that's one thing. Hey, Yahweh Hashem Shai is not going to keep His men in distress. And you're going to go through some fucked up situations, but the Lord, hey, He's going to exalt you in due time, like the scriptures say. All right. It says, casting all care upon Him, for He care for you. Be sober, be vigilant. Make your adversary the devil. It says, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeing whom he may devour. All right, because when you come to this truth, hey, you're gonna go through some shit. All right, and when Lonnie, I'm doing the video. All right. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. All right. So when you go through these temptations, that's when, hey, Satan try to fuck with you. All right. When you going through these trials and tribulations of the world, that's when Satan tries to fuck with you. Okay. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6:14. Whoso seeketh her early shall have no great travail, for he shall find her. Now the her is being wisdom, all right, this truth, sitting at his door. What's the door? The beginning part of his mind. To think, therefore, upon her is perfection of wisdom. And whoso waiteth for her, watches for her, shall be quickly without care. So when you come into this truth, the cares of the world, hey, you got to put all that upon Yahweh Shem Shah. The Lord is going to get me through. The Lord is going to take care of this. So on and so forth. All right? Because when you read, and I'll get it, the Sirach too. Hey, Sirach 2:1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy souls for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. And make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased in their last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take it cheerfully, and be patient without a change to a lower state. For gold is tried in fire, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest you fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust the Lord and was confounded, or any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For Yahweh is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction. Woe be unto the fearful heart and faint hands, and the sinner that goes two ways, right? A double-minded man, a man that's not fully settled or stable in this thing, right? Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? All right, so when you're going through these things, you don't supposed to falter. That's why we have examples of Job. We have examples of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, in certain situations where their faith was tested. All right, the prophets of old. Okay, that's your proof. The Lord is telling you, look at the history, and you tell me. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. They that fear the Lord shall prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sights. There you go, once again. Prepping your heart and humbling your soul keeps on, that process, that notion keeps on popping up. All right? Saying we shall fall in the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of man, for his majesty, for as his, for as his majesty, for as his majesty is, so is his mercy. All right? So, all that being said and done, you're going to go through some shit in the truth. You just have to keep faith and cast all your cares upon Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right? That's right. That's why when you go through shit, and listen, it takes time. It takes faith to get to that moment. Well, fuck it. I ain't going to worry about that. I'm just leave it up to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. No, you literally have to think that way. That ain't being unwise in that moment. Because you coming from me, I'm a nigga that strategizes everything. Let me pay this bill then, let me do this. All right, then let me set up the credit right here. Then I'm gonna do. Sometimes that you just got to go off the Lord's spirit. And once you start vibrating in that frequency, like I'm always just gonna trust the Lord, shit just gonna be smooth. Yeah, shit gonna happen. Because now you're expecting shit. I'm going to let the Lord handle it. I'm going to do this. And guess what? When you're going through your chastisement, nothing feels joyous at that time. But this is a situation you have to go through. Now, mind you this, if you truly believe that you're part of the elect, and that's how you're supposed to feel, the scriptures say put on as the elect, all right? If you feel that way, then you should also feel this way, because the scriptures say that Yahweh's not going to put us through nothing that we can't handle. So obviously you could take it. That's a sign of fucking strength and glory right there. I glory in that the fact the Lord said that I could take it. Even though I'm going through hell and bullshit, the fact that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua said that in the scriptures and I have faith, I'm to believe in that. And I'm going to believe in that 200%. All right? I ain't going to egg the demons on. Hey, come on, motherfucking tribulations. I could take. No, I'm not going to get proud. But if that is to happen, of course, I have that spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua that's not giving me that fear of that spirit of fear. That I'm gonna make it through. That He's gonna get me out of the situation. Okay. So with that, hey, I pray this was edifying. Oh, whoa, I got more. Hold on. It's a lock here. Yeah, Luke 21:33. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. So the Lord said, those things I just said, they ain't gonna pass away. Take heed unto yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and the cares of this life. All right? And so that day come upon you unaware. No, that day ain't going to come upon us unaware because we're not entangled with the affairs of this world. Now, yes, we have to be involved in this world, like the scriptures say, out of the world, but in the world. Yet there's a balance because, yeah, you got to work. You got to do this. I'll take care of your kids, whatever it may be, all right? But it's supposed to be balanced, all right? Matthew 13:21. Yet have he not rooted himself, all right, this is going into the parable of the sower and the soil, all right, and the sower and the seed. But endureth for a while, for a while, for when tribulation or persecution arises because of the world, by and by he is offended. All right? So you got people that's just offended by the word. Look at how much things have come up in the past 10 years about us alone here at GMS. Certain brothers fell out about certain shit. Oh, they're calling us this, they're doing that. And they left. All right? It says also, he also that received seed among thorns is he that heareth the world, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, that he may become unfruitful. So you can't care about the world or care about, damn, how I'm going to get some money, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to survive. You got to cast all those cares upon Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right? And guess what? That's why I started the lesson the way I did. Because guess what? Brother's going to help you out. Brother's going to send arms. Brother's going to send tights. All right? from wherever they may be. All right. So if you know that happens, and that's why I started the lesson the way I do. That's why I always find a way to be charitable, no matter how it is, what form it comes in. Always find a way to be charitable. All right. With that, shalom.